And they lived happily ever after. That's been a feel-good ending to so many stories that people hear during childhood. But as people grow into adults, as nice as happily ever after sounds, they tend to doubt whether such a thing is realistic. Happily ever after is absolutely realistic, and it is abundantly available to everyone right now. I will first make clear what happily ever after even is. When we hear that phrase, we often think of those old Disney movies and bedtime stories where characters meet, fall in love, and encounter some kind of adversity. Then they embark upon some adventure that brings the lovers back together again. As they sail off into the sunset, we're told that they live happily ever after. People often assume that happily ever after means that they won't encounter any more problems. People often assume that happily ever after means that the lovers are just joyful and feeling abundant all of the time. That's not quite what happens. Yes, the lovers do live in appreciation of each other, and they have a real appreciation for the things that they have. So they feel good about each other, and they feel good about what they have. But there is more. They continue to encounter adversities, and that's important because adversity is what helps you clearly define what you want for your relationship. Knowing what you want in your relationship, reaching for it, and achieving it is a vital part of a joyous relationship. As your journey to, and then as you reach the desired outcomes within your relationship, that's when you feel your greatest sense of euphoria. But then those feelings subside, and you need a new journey or adventure if you're going to continue to live happily ever after. As we learned in the Happiness is Power series, happiness is an ongoing, challenging journey that has periodic outcomes. For those Disney characters living happily ever after, the journey or adventure is what brings the characters happiness. It's the part about getting closer and closer to something that they want. As the lovers are finally reunited, that's the most euphoric that they will feel in the story. But leading up to that point, during the adventure, they felt a sense of purpose. They felt a sense of challenge. And all that was important because rising to the challenge made them feel useful, intelligent, and strong. These feelings are all contributing to happiness in a relationship. The adventure is what causes people to experience feelings of usefulness, intelligence, and strength. As those characters are living happily ever after, they will continue to face adversities, the ones that you don't get to read about after the end of the story. The adversity helps them to define an outcome that they want. Their consistent feelings of progress and achievement allows them to live happily ever after. Here's how you can use this. You get to live happily ever after so long as you understand what to do when times get challenging. For those times when you and your lover are not seeing eye to eye, for those times when your relationship seems hard, for those times when your lover annoys you or places seemingly outrageous demands upon you, or for example, when your lover seems distant or when you're chronically fighting, here's the thing to know. You now have an adventure beginning. This is an opportunity to live happily ever after. And it goes like this. Whatever is going wrong within your relationship, ask yourself, what is the ideal outcome that you want? Only you know what you want, but since I can't hear you, I'm going to guess that what you want is the passion to come back. I'm going to guess that you want to feel loved again. And I'm going to guess that you want things to feel the way that they felt when you were first falling in love. What is your ideal outcome? You might list a variety of conditions that you have, but it's useful to know that those conditions that you have are just meant to bring you a sense of satisfaction, a sense of love, and a sense of passion. When you know what you want in your relationship, you only have to stay focused on achieving what you want. Just as those characters spend much of the stories finding their way back to each other, you will now spend much of your time finding a way to reconnect with your lover. That can be challenging, especially if your lover has been pissing you off. As they have been doing so, it's hard to fathom wanting to be passionate with them. But let's face it, you know deep down that you do want the passion back. If you're choosing to remain in your relationship, you simultaneously know on some level that you want the relationship to feel again. So now you have your adventure, and you can use the amazing relationship strategy to navigate this adventure and find your way back to your lover. This will make you feel smart, useful, and strong. When you succeed, when you reconnect with your lover, that will be the most euphoric that you feel. And you'll ride that feeling until some new adversity gets you started on your next adventure within your relationship. And that's a good thing, because these adventures, although sometimes painful, these adventures are bringing you the happy and passionate relationship that you wanted in the first place. May you live happily ever after, sending good vibes.